Hello Leo, and welcome to your next 3 months tarot reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I hope you're well. Remember, this reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you as always. So Leo, I have pulled the relevant cards from your yearly 2023 tarot reading. January we have the Two of Wands. February we have the Knight of Cups, male or female with this energy, and we have the Seven of Wands, Leo energy in March. I'm going to pull some angel and oracle cards to see what messages and energies we have for you for the next 3 months. So let's see what we have for Leo. Please, angel, spirits, guides, message for Leo. We have choose a new direction as the first card that's come out. Let's pull a card from the Archangel Michael deck. What do we have for Leo? We have number 24, prioritize self-care. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So put yourself first, Leo. That will be the energy here. Let's pull you a fortune cookie. See what message we have for our lovely Leos. Thank you. It's turned over. We have burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with a doctor, dentist and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to pull you a colour card as well. I always like this for the mood of the next 3 months too. But the colour might mean something to you as well, Leo. So let's see what we have. Message for Leo, please, angel, spirits, guides. I have bronze. Strengthen your body, number 14. It's interesting that the strength energy came out because you are the strength card in the major arcana, and this just feels like it's tying in with that kind of energy. Know your own power, know your own strength. You know, because when we're aware of our power, our own inner resolve to face things that are difficult to face, we become stronger for it. We grow, we evolve, we learn, but we grow in strength, you know, and power. So this is about remember who you are, you know, that kind of energy. I'm going to pull, and there may well be things that need to be faced here, whether it's big or small things, to be honest, with the strength card, but it can be about you are strong enough when you know and realize your own strength to face it and overcome. So I'm going to pull some cards for each of the months and see what message we get. I do sometimes pull out overarching themes that I'm seeing, but also the individual kind of like cards that I'm drawn to as well, Leo, in terms of any additional information. Because remember, these energies can be big or small. They can be day-to-day energies. They can also be the big themes that might happen for you. So, and they can be in different life areas. A lot can happen in a month, let alone 3 months. So let's see what we have for you. Message for Leo. We have the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and we have the Four of Cups. Let's see what we have in February for you. Message for Leo, thank you. The Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles as well. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have in March for you. Message for Leo. The Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, and we have the Six of Swords here, Leo. It might well be somebody is worried that you're going to move in a new direction as well, because there is a feeling here that you're at that threshold, you're at that gateway here, Leo, and the Two of Wands can be about, it can be about, do I stay or go? Do I stay in what's familiar, what's comfortable, what I know, or do I step into the unknown? But being very empowered, certainly with fire energy being for you, because this might well be a person here. King of Pentacles can be about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. As somebody who's wanting to get the stability and security back into a relationship here by offering you something. Now, that could be in terms of a peace offering, making peace with a situation. The Four of Cups is, I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. There's a little reluctance, a little discontent associated with that kind of energy as well. Because intuitively, you're not sure whether to accept what they offer. This Hierophant energy can be about long-term committed relationships, but not always. The Hierophant can come when we lean on our faith for guidance, wisdom, knowledge. We can talk to a holy person or a very spiritual person. That would be the energy here. It can be that kind of mentor and teacher energy. But it can also be things like, you know, asking for answered prayers, asking for guidance, you know, what's it all about, how life meaning, life purpose, and finding spiritual guidance on that basis. So this might well be where you're searching for meaning about what to do with this situation here, Leo, because there may well be some kind of offer that you're given in terms of love, romance, relationships to restabilize this, but you're not sure whether to accept it or not. Again, the Knight of Cups is a loving offer again. With the Nine of Wands, it's I'm not sure. Again, there's this sense of withholding. Because you've been tested, you might have been tested more than once by this individual, and you're just not sure whether to move in a new direction. And this is kind of like, do I, don't I, will I, won't I? I'm weighing this kind of thing up here, Leo. The Seven of Wands energy is standing for what you know to be right and true, and standing firm, standing for what you believe. And this person has to come to you. This person has to accept, as part of a reconciliation energy, the issue that you want to overcome by facing it, dealing with it. And that's the strength energy here that I'm getting here. And standing firm for what you believe, what you know to be right and true, and standing for what you, and believing. And this is about really kind of like confirming what you stand for, what you will stand for, what you won't stand for. This is your standing your ground and not backing down. You're not giving way. This feels like it does prompt some kind of reconciliation, though there may well be a period here where you need to reflect and think about this. And it can be to do with healing. Can we heal it? Can we put difficulty behind us and move on from this? So I'm definitely seeing some kind of a relationship here, Leo. I mean, this could also be a work scenario where you're considering, do I stay or go? Because again, there could well be some kind of token or gesture to make peace if they've acted wrongly in some way, and you're thinking about taking care of you. You're considering about moving in a different direction because you're not happy with the experience that you've had in a workplace. So this is all that kind of energy here, Leo. Because this can be, you've been tested one too many times. Now, the Nine of Wands can be when we're tired, when we're exhausted, where we're fed up, you know. It could well be a work practice. It could well be long working hours. It could well be someone putting too much on you. It could also be a difficult experience that you're getting from a work situation as well. And again, this Page of Pentacles can be something new opening up on the work front. This can be potentially between these 2 months. Do I stay or go? Do I stay where I am or move in a new direction? And this, your current work could even offer you to keep you. I see that kind of thing playing out, and then you're caught between two worlds. Do I move to something new or do I stay where it's familiar? That is the energy here. And again, this can be where you're standing your ground and standing firm on what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Maybe kind of like coming to some kind of better agreement in terms of how your work situation plays out, because there's a strong energy of burnout here, Leo. A strong energy of something's become too much to the point where it's exhausting and you need to take a break. Again, this can be the energy here of what do I do? Do I take a break? Do I stay where I am, or do I move in a new direction? I feel certainly that there is something new opening up in February time, definitely. It could even be with this King of Pentacles. This can be somebody who offers opportunity in a work scenario. And again, this feeling of, do I stay where I am and accept their offer to keep me, or do I move in a new direction? That's definitely a thread that I'm getting for you in the next quarter. because something has become too much. And this is about you actually wanting to take care of your health, prioritize self-care, knowing what's good for you and what's not good for you, knowing what's acceptable and not acceptable for you anymore. Interestingly enough, the card that has come out is choose a new direction. Now that might be advice for you or some confirmation. But again, free will. So Leo, I'm going to pull out other messages that I'm seeing across the individual months as well. When we go to the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands can be about stepping into the unknown and not being afraid to. It can sometimes be about, do I step out of something that's comfortable and familiar? It can be, but it can also be about, okay, this is where I'm at in life. Now what do I want to do? It could well be about starting a new project or initiative or pursuing a new passion and hope and desire, you know? It's a really lovely energy here of taking a big step into something that you're not familiar with and giving it a go. So there may well be steps that you're taking in January because you're all fired up. You're deciding now is the time. You're at that gateway and you're just like, actually, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to start this. I'm ready to take that leap of faith in that direction. It's that kind of energy. King of Pentacles, I've kind of spoken on the business front. This can be somebody... Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. This can be somebody who offers you opportunity, very good in terms of business, career, finances, which is what the thread I've already kind of spoken about. This can also be some choices to do with money. So making some clear choices. It could be about investments. It could be about doing things that are practical. So can be in terms of dealing with your finances, making some choices about what sets you up for long-term stability with your finances. So it could well be taking steps in terms of savings, taking steps in terms of giving yourself long-term security and stability. You know, it might well be whatever gives you stability and security, not just now, but in the future. You make some kind of choices and decisions on that basis here, Leo. Other meanings with the King of Pentacles, this can be very good as an investor, can be very good in terms of things like bank managers, financial advisors, money managers, financial advice, you know, all of that kind of thing. Again, these might be choices and steps that you're taking in January. The Hierophant, the message is with the Hierophant that whatever you face, there is a higher power at work, and all you have to do is ask. You know, this can be when we lean on our faith, when we ask, you know, for prayers to be answered. It can also be, you know, to do with things like learning faith and discovering faith as well, or getting some level of faith back in your life. So this can be a great energy of that. It's all about higher power at work, higher consciousness, higher understanding, you know, and the presence of spirit as well. And with the Four of Cups, this might well be, you know, we've talked about offers in terms of love, we've talked about gestures in terms of a work scenario, but, you know, the Four of Cups can also be somebody giving you advice, you know, and it could well be in terms of helping you make some choice or decision. So sometimes we take advice. This is the card of sometimes we take advice and sometimes we don't. So it can be about, you can think about it, you can evaluate it, but ultimately it looks like you're going to go your own way in January, and that's what Leos do anyway. You know, when your mind is made up, pretty much that's it, you know, and that's your power. You know, when you're resolute about something, you know how you're dealing with it, you know how you're moving forward and the steps that you're going to be taking here. So I see that playing out for you in January. So the Knight of Cups, we've spoken about this in terms of love, romance, relationship energies. I mean, it really can be a relationship of any kind as well. The Knight of Cups, a friendship, a family member, love, romantic, you know, that can be this kind of energy. The Knight of Cups here, Leo, can also be very good in terms of creative things and creative endeavours. I sometimes give the example of like an invitation to join an amateur dramatic society, you know. But it can be things like creative industries, so arts, media, entertainment, expressive industries like artists, sculpting, writing, publishing, you know. So there could well be, again, these energies can be big or small. They can be the big significant energies for you, but they can also apply day to day. It's all to do with how you express your truth, doing things that you love, doing things that, you know, act as a vehicle, as a channel for you to express your authentic self in creative expression. So there could well be some kind of offer or invitation in terms of creative endeavors for you as well in February time. Again, with this energy, this can be also you offering support and encouragement, can be in terms of if somebody has been struggling. So that could be financially, that could be from a, you know, an advice point of view in terms of love, romance, relationships. But it can also be in terms of health areas as well, because even though with the Nine of Wands, something is nearly over, they're nearly at the end of this process here, and they can finally release from that burden and put that one down, you know. So this is it's always darkest before the dawn, and that will be this kind of final push energy here, Leo, that you yourself are experiencing in February, or you might be helping somebody else with this process of just getting that final step finished, you know. So you give, you know, the last mile, the last step. This is that kind of energy here. That's what I'm seeing for some of you. Because this can be an offer coming in, but it can also be you offering somebody this as well. And it's all about this kind of self-care and nurturing and taking care of yourself. So the Nine of Wands can be about, you know, overcoming health areas even, for example. This is, and if there has been some kind of challenge on the health front, these energies are very good, certainly March to April. Because, again, the Two of Pentacles can be about maybe waiting on some kind of news. This definitely looks like it will be good news for you. But a feeling here of certainly going into March time, Six of Swords also with the health area, continuing the health theme. Six of Swords is the worst is behind you and you're moving forward to better times. Doesn't mean you're at the end game yet, but things are taking a massive turn for the better. This is positive shifts, positive transitions, and the worst, those choppy waters are behind you. So this definitely feels like, again, if this has been, you know, defending and protecting what's important for you, being strong for somebody else or being strong for yourself, these can be recovery energies, the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords, and very good in terms of health areas as well in particular. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Now, the other meaning with this that I'm drawn to is the Two of Pentacles can sometimes be, there may well be a situation that happens here, Leo, that could be in money areas, that could be in terms of any area of your life, really. Like I said, these things can be big or small as well. Two of Pentacles can be where you just have to drop something and you have to respond. You have to adapt. You have to be flexible, you know. So that would be the advice as well, is if something comes in suddenly and you absolutely have to address it, you have to kind of like deal with it, know that it's not beyond your capability to deal with. This person juggles and dances at the same time, and even though it can feel quite overwhelming, this kind of energy, Spirit is really telling you that it's not beyond your capability to deal with. This person hasn't dropped anything, they're doing everything just fine, and it's all about bringing things back into balance. So that's what I'm seeing for you here, Leo. And again, the Page of Pentacles is always lovely in terms of practical things. Can be good news energy, a message of some kind. Very good in terms of good news to do with practical things like jobs, business opportunities, practical new beginnings. Can be real estate, so maybe moving or relocating. Can be business orientated, but always very good in terms of good news as well. And then we move on to March here, Leo, the Seven of Wands, standing your ground. This is really Leo energy as well. Standing for what you believe in, standing for what is right and true. I will say, Leo, that if you find that, you know, could be in a work scenario or it could be in other areas of life where people are trying to undermine you, people are trying to snap at your heels in a little way, this is you are in pole position. You know, really, you're on higher ground than the thing that challenges you in March. And remember that, because that's all about that strength energy here. So this can be about standing firm and remembering who you are, because you have the power to overcome anything that challenges you. And this can be things like firefighting and, you know, work ethics and managing teams and managing people and managing personalities and characters and all of that kind of energy. This can be really, I mean, it could even be a family situation as well, where you're just trying to maybe try and get everybody on the same page as well, and you're trying to overcome an issue. This is all about that energy of reconciliation and harmony and coming to some kind of, you know, consensus and agreement here. That just allows you to have that pause and heal and move on from an issue. But definitely that upward curve, in the sense that if there has been some issue that you're dealing with in March, you have the ability to resolve it. Then there will be an opportunity to just take a step back and think about how you approach this with the Four of Swords. But an opportunity, if you're just tired of something happening, you're facing it, you're dealing with it, you're overcoming it, then you're putting it behind you in March time as well. So that's what I see for you. But not from a loss of power. You know, this is about reconciliation, but they have to come to you, and that's what I'm saying here. They have to see your point of view. They have to respect your position as well here. This is that kind of energy. You resolve it, but from a position of being in your power. So I'm going to pull a final message for you. We have pure intention. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. That's what I have for you, Leo, for the next. And I will say the Two of Cups is my bond between two people. It can be friendships, important connections. It can be about reconciliation, calming the waters. But very good in terms of friendships, love, romance, and also coming to some kind of consensus, you know, certainly with this area and other areas of life. That's what I have for you, Leo. I hope you have a wonderful next 3 months. If you enjoyed this reading, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.